Fit like Abdi, Dannyman here, and welcome back to another episode of Train Sim World 2. We're doing Bovine Blockage today. Welcome to Runcorn. You will be operating a passenger service to Crewe. So it looks like we're heading back the way. Now, in the last scenario, we actually failed because I passed that signal over there by pure accident. That it was. We need to open the doors though. So there we go. We're good to go, and we need to set up the locomotive. So I want to be going forwards. I don't want to release my brakes just yet. That is open. Do I have fireman / lady today? Yes, I do. And she is pretty much ready to go. I'm just checking over everything. So my brakes is the only thing I really have to worry about. We'll get a nice shot of the locomotive at here. So I'm not sure what the bovine blockage scenario actually entails. I imagine we'd get so far along, the signals will probably change to say that a line is potentially blocked, and then we'll have to move. So I'm going to release my brakes now. I'm going to set this to open. Get that brake pressure back up. It is going up slower. There we go. 20.9 seems to be our maximum. We are rolling. Because we are on a downhill actually. There you go. Freight train rolling past. No. One thing I'll say about the scenario is, or this sort of DLC, is it's kind of dark. The tones for it are a bit sort of muted, and it's kind of dark in some places. I've noticed with a lot of the screenshots that I have taken, they've always been kind of dark. You can't really see the images that well. That's why I've always said that we need a sort of brightness slider for Train Sim World 2. Right, let's sound the horn, let everyone know that we are departing in this Jubilee. And then we're going uphill. Straight off the bat, we're going uphill. Yes, and it's quite a steep incline as well. There is the hill at the other side, the downward slope, which will be fine once we actually get there. I'm gonna need all my sort of steam to get up here. Once I get to the other side, I can let it coast, and we can go down and maybe build up a bit more boiler pressure, which is kind of weird. So, in the end of the last scenario, we obviously stopped at Runcorn station back there. Now the stopping marker, because I looked at it, the stopping markers are kind of weird. In some of these scenarios it wants you to stop on the stopping marker where the driver's foot plate is. So this area here. In some of the others it wants you to stop at the front of the locomotive, which is where the buffers are, at the front. So I actually stopped on where the driver's foot plate was. And because the length of the train was a bit too long, the front of the train just passed. Now I looked back at this, it was literally like the buffer section, so the front the train here, even the front set of wheels didn't even pass the signal, which was unfortunate. Yeah, here's that 1%. So yeah, we failed it. Now I was happy to end the episode there, and then I was just going to go back to the last saved checkpoint, which was I believe it was the stop at Acton Bridge, where we joined on to the sort of broken down locomotive and its consist, and then hauled it up the hill and then took it down the other side to Runcorn. But there was an issue. When I reloaded it, our locomotive had sort of no boiler pressure at all, which was kind of strange. And then I sat and let it wait for 10-15 minutes to see if the boiler pressure would build up, and I thought this is a bit strange. Everything was set up and configured as it should have been. So I then went down, I started rolling. I thought we'll get moving, I'll finish the scenario, I'll get the gold for it, and that'll be that done and dusted. But weirdly, the locomotive never gained its boiler pressure again, no matter what I did. So I couldn't get up the hill at the other side. Now I'm not sure if that's a bug with reloading from a certain checkpoint, a certain point in a checkpoint, reloading a certain point of the game. So it was kind of weird. I don't know why it did that, so I'm gonna have to redo that entire scenario again. It's only 40 minutes, but in a time where I don't really have any free time, it's kind of annoying. I'll get it done at some point because I want to get all the golds for this. Now I am sort of losing steam here. I'm gonna bring it up to 70. We are. I can see the top. I can see the top in the distance. I maybe should have been a bit more aggressive with opening the regulator up at the start and gaining a bit more speed. The boiler pressure's not completely gone. We're just approaching the sort of halfway of what we started inside the boiler, the 225 psi. So we're actually okay. We should have enough steam to get up this hill, and then we'll be on sort of free fall at the other side, which will be totally fine. Now the bovine blockage scenario, we started at Runcorn. I didn't actually read the description, so I don't know where the hell I'm actually going. But it does not take 40 minutes to get from Runcorn to Acton Bridge. So I would imagine, oh, we're going to Crewe. That's fine, this I know. Right, where the hell is the top of this hill? The gradient is leveling out slightly, which is nice. I'm just going to open it right up. We did actually gain a bit of speed there. We're sitting at 21. We're now at 22. Yeah, should have been more aggressive to begin with. There we go. She's enjoying herself, looking out the window there. We'll have a look out the window as well. Right, once I get to the top though, there's the top right there. I can see the crest of the hill, so that's nice. Keep shoveling, my friend. Keep shoveling. Right, so are we at the top? We're not quite at the top. We're almost there. Now I would imagine it's going to do something like at the bottom of the hill is where the line sort of blockage is going to be. There we go. We're now on the decline. Right, so I just want to wait for the back of the train to get up over the crest of the hill. So this brings me back as well to sort of my childhood days. I remember back in the day watching good old Thomas the Tank, and it was always saying that on the island of Sodor there was quite a tall hill that the engines had to negotiate on the main line, and it was like James's Hill or Gordon's Hill or something, and the engines were always worried that they weren't going to get to the top. So you can see that scenario happen in real life, where if you didn't judge your speed and how much boiler pressure you had, it could end up being a real nightmare. Right, I'm gonna let it get up to 40, and then I'm gonna let it coast, because we are gonna be going downhill at a 1% gradient. We are gaining boiler pressure back, even though we're under sort of full steam. It just shows the power of gravity in effect. Right, there's a 0.2% here, so once we get past the signal box, over here. I'm going to let it coast. We have green aspect signals ahead. And then in 1.5 miles I have to bring it down to 65 miles per hour. So all is well, all is looking good actually. There we go, there's the cows. So they aren't the bovine blockage. Right, now, there we go, we're heading downhill. Regulator's going to remain closed. And it should pick up speed on its own. This amount of weight on this sort of decline. And by the time we get to the bottom, we should have a decent amount of boiler pressure. We're looking good. Anyway, we need to be at 65 at the bottom of this hill anyway, so just letting it run down the hill on its own is totally fine. Something I'm happy to let the locomotive do. I need to go over the bridge here. There you go. Look, boiler pressure is rising rapidly. Virtually under no steam at all here. So track speed limit for this bend is 65 miles per hour. Now it looks kind of sharp, but we should just sail around this with no issue. Once we're back onto the flat. There we go. There's that PRVs, the pressure release valve. Which one is this? This is Palestine. Interesting name for a locomotive. There we go, we're on the flat again. So I'm going to open up the regulator. We're going to go over this flyover here. There you go, there's a signal box. Bird's wood. Across the flyover. Dirt track on the left hand side there, looks pretty cool. And then we're going to be up to 80. Nice little flyover that. It would be cool if there were some other locomotives maybe heading underneath. Teeny tiny little bridge. I've been trying to recreate those teeny tiny little bridges in Transport Fever 2. It's incredibly difficult. Right, so right, cut that, add a touch of brakes because I need to get it down to 55. We're still on the decline as well. Right, there we go. Release the brakes. Open the regulator. 20% or so. Right, we're all good. And 1.8 miles. Ooh, that's quite a weird. Over the bridge we go though. Nice. Right, so we're back up to, I think you had to slow down on the approach to the bridge, but now we can sort of speed back up. 1.4 miles to go, so I have to remember not to get carried away or we're going to screw this up. Stop application, Acton Bridge. Right, Acton Bridge is virtually pretty much just round this next couple of bends here. Just making sure my brakes are released. Because we've got the regulator open, but we're not really gaining any speed. Right, 0.9 miles. Gonna cut it there. Start adding about 27% of brake. Supposed to be 25, but it's hard to get sort of bang on. Do 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 do. Blower open. Ah, the blower's there. Ah, and the blower is doing its own thing. Right, hold on. We're 600 yards away. Give it just a little bit. Yeah, so my blower is there. I can drain my gauges from there. Gauge glass isolating cock open. Right. I can't believe we're like 5 episodes in to running steam trains and I've only just noticed where they actually were. But right now they're sort of set on automatic, which is fine actually. Right, so we're almost there, in 200 yards, so basically right after this. Alright, hold on, get those brakes fired up, because right after here, again, is another one of those signals that if we pass it, we're dead. Stop. Don't pass that signal. Stop. Ooh, just. Excellent. Right, open up them their doors. Driver, the signal is calling us. Over. Go and see what they want. Oh, okay, this is pretty cool actually. Right. Let me out. Excuse me, my friend. Okay, so we've got a bit of running to do here. So up we go. Hello there, man. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. The signaler is calling us over. It's a good job she actually noticed that, because I never noticed that. There he is, right there. Well, down we go. Hello, my friend. There's reports of a cow on the upline. We think they have the situation under control now. Okay. I'll route you onto the slow line. Sorry, it will make your journey a bit longer, and can you inform the signalmen at Hartford the situation as well, please? Yeah, sure. Actually, there's nothing coming. I am also allowed to do that because I work on the railway. Right, back into the seat, please. Return to my driver's seat. Stop at location Hartford. So everyone should be sort of locked and loaded. Close that. And let's open up this. Let's open these up. Stop any water from building up in there. Right, brake. Our vacuum is building, and then we can head out. The signal is green, so that's nice. Alright, that will do. I'm happy with that. And off we go. Right, we are good to go. Close them up again, and away we go. Right, so we have to get to Hartford, And then we have to inform the signal there of the situation. So I'd imagine once we get to the station, we'll be jumping out again and going to tell them. I'm just thinking, right? What's going on with the telephones? Ah, yeah, he's routed us onto the slow line. That's fine, I guess. Right, off we go. And what is the speed limit of the slow line? I have no idea. 50 it looks like. And then in 1.5 miles down to 25. Right, so off we go. Apparently they have the cattle issue under control. Yeah, I can't interact with the blower. It doesn't let me sort of open and or close it. Oh, it does. It does actually. Right, so away we go. And 1.2 miles will be down to 25. I think we should be okay actually. It's only 2 miles to Hartford. So they say take a break there, lassie. You've done well. Your shoveling skills and keeping the boiler maintained, or the fire going, as we were going up that incline at Runcorn. Oh. Right, we're down to 35 here. Yeah, so this is well and truly the slow line. There we go, just coasting down the line, a nice leisurely pace. There you go, couple of wagons sitting in the siding there. Couple of hopper trucks, towed brake van. Okay, gonna cut all power. We need to get it down to 25. Don't know if we'll be able to sort of coast it down to 25. Probably not. So we might add just a little bit of brakes. One mile to go. There we go, we'll get back on the regulator there. So have we passed the bovine blockage? I didn't see any cows on the line. That I did not. I didn't see any cows on the line. Although they would have been probably at her side. I didn't see any cows on the line there. Did I completely miss it? I mean, we could fly all the way back. I don't really see anything. Right, we can get up to 90 miles per hour again. Again, these sort of stopping services, or at least the scenario ones, don't have a time schedule that you have to keep to. which is odd. Right, so we're going to be stopping just up here. I would imagine, again, we're going to have red signal just after stopping point, which we cannot cross or will fail the scenario. Alright, there we go. Cut the power. But yeah, I do see another train stopped up there. Yeah, in 400 yards. It's okay. That signal for this next one is quite a fair bit up. "21 yards. Right, stick the brakes on. Let's get that. Now, I need to... So the passengers are boarding really fast here. Yeah. I need to go and talk to the signaller. Excuse me. Yeah, there's a bit of lag still when I interact with things. I mean, that train is just sort of sitting there, right? I suppose they are facing that way, right? We'll do it properly. Is there anything I can interact with here? There probably is. There you go. I filled the fire bucket. Right, let's head up. Then we can head over here. Excuse me. Man on a mission here. Oh yes, of course the steps go back down the opposite way. This platform is quite small. This train... Oh wow, this train did not fit in this platform. Excuse me, miss. There's a problem. I've just come from Acton Bridge to check on the cow situation. It looks like they've herded the cows, but they're still quite near the tracks. It's probably not safe to open your lines. Thanks for the report. I'll inform Acton Bridge. Am I going back to Acton Bridge? Wait. Did I just sort of jump off of there? I guess I did. Right, we're not going that way. Return to the driver's seat. So are my lines not allowed to open, or is she the driver of that other train? Right, lock the doors. Let's release the brake. Stop at location Winsford. Right, it is allowing us to actually go, which is fine. I need to get my vacuum back. Actually, I have been sitting for a while. Right, I think we're good to go. I'm happy to leave it at 20 or 19. There we go. Passing the other locomotive there. So basically she's saying that my line is fine, but your line is not. And I'm wondering, if you were driving a locomotive at speed, how much damage would hitting a cow do? Quite substantial damage, possibly even derailment. Hello there, people. Goodbye there, people. There you go. See, now it's easier to sort of work this stuff. Excellent. Anywho, we don't actually have to work this stuff. Not yet. Not presently. Alright, gonna open up that regulator, see if we can get a bit of speed. Stop at location at Winsford. So I believe after Winsford, it's off to Crewe after that. Possibly. Maybe. I could be entirely wrong. I have been wrong so many times in the past. There you go. It should be a nice leisurely run from here on out. Was it you? Were you the cows? Did you escape onto the main line? Nah, it was definitely back the way. It was definitely between Acton Bridge and Hertford. I just never saw them. Huh. Oh well. Never saw them. Right, so we're building up a nice, healthy bit of speed here. Oh, great. Look at all the traffic. Everyone is stuck. Man, that would suck. Huh, there's sort of like a weird... Oh, well. Continue on. There we go. That's sort of weird. It's kind of jarring when it does that. Oh, well, you're sort of stuck there. I can go. Let's get a bit more speed up. We've still got plenty of boiler pressure. And we're looking good. There's another train stuck up here. Oh, dearie me. Oh well. Bad day. Bad day to be heading south, I guess. No, bad day to be heading north. It's a freight train as well. Okay, we'll head under the bridge. Hello, my freight train friend. I would imagine you're going to be stuck there for quite some time. What's it like in the middle here? Oh, it's weird. Alright, open the regulator right up. There's 2 miles to go, so I'm going to think about cutting power soon and starting to slow down. You can fairly tell the difference, especially in the last scenario when you were just driving the locomotive on its own with no weight behind it. It just sort of took off like an absolute rocket. Now you can see that they're sort of lumbering and struggling to get their speed up with all the weight behind it. Looking good. Signal semaphore is green. Next semaphore is green. And I'm just going to let it coast the rest of the way here. And then I'll think about starting to slow down. I'm surprised there's no speed limit change as we head into Winsford here. Stand a little bit of brakes. I'd like it to come down to 30 because 30 for me is a speed that I'm comfortable with and I know that I can break down from to 0 if in a hurry, if I need to. Boiler pressure is back up. So the blower, right, is closed. Yeah, 0.6 miles to go. We should be okay. So it looks like there's a semaphore just before our stopping point, and I'm curious to see when the next one is after that. Like right, virtually an inch after the stopping point itself. Oh god. Right, there's that semaphore. And there is another one. It says it's green though, which is nice, so I can accidentally pass that one and not be too worried. "24 yards, 21 yards, 20. We'll try and get this one quite close actually. "2 yards, that's fine. Right, let's unlock the doors. No other locomotives here. I'll just open these up. I know we're not sitting for any great length of time, but just yeah, these stations from back in the day were not large enough to fit the trains from back in the day. I mean, if you were in this carriage, would you jump out here and walk back to the platform? I guess that's why it's slanted, so that you can just step back up onto the platform. There we go, there she is, looking good. Our Palestine. Right, let's close up the doors. So they are doing their thing. Let's get my brakes. My vacuum back, please. Stop at location crew in 7.5 miles. And we've got a full whack of boiler pressure there to play with. Are you going to go up to 21? 20.9 is fine. Right, brakes are off. Let's get the regulator open. Right, we're good to go. Get up to 10 miles per hour. Let everyone know that we are leaving. Ooh, looked like I was getting a teeny tiny little bit of wheel slip there. Yeah, look how my boiler pressure is virtually almost in free fall. It's going down quite sharply. I want to get up to speed quite quickly because it's 7.5 miles. Oh, there was another train passing there. Didn't even notice that. Well, they're going to be stuck behind every other train that is on that line. Unfortunately for them. We're on this 0.3% incline as well. Which I'm kind of wondering if that is making it just that little bit more difficult to gain speed. What we need is a decline. Yeah, she's getting there. Still plenty of boiler pressure left before we have to cut it back. Regulator fully open. Play around with this. There we go. There. So if I cut the reverser back slightly, I can gain a little bit of boiler pressure, or sort of hold the level of boiler pressure while still gaining speed. There we go, 6.3 miles to crew. There we go. 4. Right. Stop at crew, 5.9 miles. Green signals ahead, so we should be good for the remainder of the journey. Regulator is fully open. Reverser is slightly closed to try and hold a bit more pressure in the boiler. I would imagine we're going to get lots of action points for driving under the speed limit. There we go, she's creeping up to 50 miles per hour. Nice. Mrs. Lady here is still shoveling away furiously. She's doing a grand job. Right, see if I can get this up to 60 miles per hour. That would be nice. Yeah, we're sort of locked in at 52 miles per hour. And we're looking okay though. 4.3 miles to go. We finally got up to 53. Yes, I think even the slightest incline that the train sort of hits is potentially going to cause it to have problems. Right, I want to see if I can keep some of that boiler pressure locked in, because we've still got quite a fair distance to go. There you go, other freight train approaching. Smaller freight train there. .5 miles to go. Passing the signal box there. .2 miles to the next signal. So it's going to be a long stretch of nothingness probably. There you go, we'll get a nice outside view here. And we are actually getting up to 68 miles per hour, but in 2.3 miles we're going to have to slow down anyway. I believe as well that there's a decline into Crewe as well, so I will have to be careful of that. I don't want the speed to start running away from me as we sort of come in into Crewe station. Ooh, just got decapitated by the bridge there. Right, actually, let's cut the power. Because we're going to be breaking down from 60. Let's give it roughly about 27-25% on the brakes. See if that's enough to bring us down to 20 as we come into Crewe. Boiler pressure should be coming back up. Let's just open this right up. Right, gonna let it coast. I'll manage to get down to 20 from 40 in 0.8 miles. That should not be an issue. And we should be roughly arriving into the sort of Crewe train yard. Yeah, this is looking like the start of it here. Alright, we're all good. Come down to 20, please and thank you. Thank you very much. I want to sort of keep it at 20. And then into the station. Also, you need to be mindful of semaphores at danger. There you go, we're holding nicely at about 20 miles per hour there, so that's all good. I am happy with that. And it's basically going to be a crawl to the station from here. Right, now we are approaching quite a busy area, so I need to pay attention to these signals. Next one is green as well, so that's fine. There's the 20 miles per hour. And this is nice, I can literally follow the train at this speed. Right, 600 odd yards to stop. Okay, we're doing 18 miles per hour, so I should be able to stop there. Sort of no issue. Okay. Easy, Tiger. So this first semaphore is green, but the one after it... Whoa. Stay there, crazy lady. Is red. And it's another one of those signals that is directly after the stopping point. Alright. $53. Just gonna let it coast. There's no harm in letting it coast. Excellent. Unlock the doors. That will do nicely, actually. Hello there, buddy. That's all for today. Hopefully the uplines can be cleared and open soon. Yes, so those poor buggers that are stuck there are going to be stuck there for ages. Very good. Achievement unlocked. Utter chaos. Only got silver. What? Really? Time taken was 50 minutes and 53 seconds. What did I lose time on? I don't actually know. Probably these stopping distances. Potentially. So I got what? 5883. Okay. Right. Go to main menu. 5883. Explore scenarios. Oh wow, 7,500. So is there a time bonus? Maybe you have to do it in like 45 minutes, potentially. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. So we've done this one, We'll do time for Scouse. Collect carriages bound for Liverpool Lime Street, then return to Edge Hill. I can do that. And then worst winter of all. And then that's an hour, apparently. And then moving around the Mersey. So yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. As always, if you did watch this and you'd like to leave a like, comment, or dislike, please feel free to do so. And if there is more you'd like to see in the future, then hit that subscribe button. But I've been Danny Man, this has been Train Sim World 2, and I will catch you later.